My name is Larry Buck, and I represent Bread for a Hungry World. We are hooked up with the CEC, Community Enrichment Center, out of the Richland Hills Church of Christ in Fort Worth. We are involved in helping basically the elderly that do not have insurance with their homes. And of course, in the course of that, we run across people that whose lives have been affected by this, all the devastation here. And we've been blessed to be able to plug in with them and offer encouragement, some monetary support, but more so just listen to them and listen to their hearts and pray with them and get involved in their lives. We've been blessed with a support network that's allowed us to bring a 4,000 square foot air conditioned tent, trailer with showers, a great galley, a cook's here with us, and God has just unfolded this and unrolled it in a way that none of us could make happen. Just 3 days ago, the tent wasn't even erected, and Ron and I were trying to get that done, and the military, National Guard showed up, helped us put the tent up, just got it done instantly. And it's just thing like that, story after story of how God has just daily, almost hourly, revealed things to us and allowed us to be a part of what He's doing here that we all sit down at night and talk about. It just blows us away what God's done. So,
Jack Kelty, I'm a lieutenant in Engine Company 253, New York City, Brooklyn, Bensonhurst. Down here to help out brothers from Louisiana. We've been down here for 2 weeks. We've been manning their rigs, helping them look after their families, get their houses in order, and make sure Louisiana and New Orleans is still safe while they gotta take care of what they have to take care of. We're leaving tomorrow. It was a really great experience because helped a lot of the brothers down here. I know, speaking for everyone that I've met down here, we remember 9/11. I know what it meant to have America come to our help, and glad to be able to pay back.
and we just especially want to thank those that have financially supported this effort and made this possible, because obviously without the financial backing to be here and with all this support equipment, well, we couldn't be doing this. So thank you to all those who have supported this.
My name is Nelson Brown, and I pastor the Greater St. Mary Missionary Baptist Church here in Algiers, the West Bank of New Orleans. And I did ride through the storm. I stayed home, and immediately after the storm, I began feeding people. I came over by myself, and I began feeding. I fed 19 people the first day, the second day 52, and the numbers just continued to increase. On yesterday, September the 30th, we fed 651 people.
My name is George Rainey, and I'm the proprietor of Rainey's Restaurant and Catering Service. And after the storm came in and I got damaged, I decided to come down here and work until at which time I felt it was feasible to go back and open the restaurant up. So I've been here now about 12, 14 days. We put as many as 700 meals out a day, and it's been joyful to me because we're really giving something back to the community. I've operated a business in this town for 40 years, and hey, I don't have no regrets of feeding these people every day.
We served 1,460 people with canned goods, toiletries, ice, and water. And we've had some outstanding help from the churches.
My name is Rob Wright of the Grace Place Church, Community Church in Stuart, Florida. And we came here through our youth pastor who went to school at the School of Urban Missions a few years ago. And we had the opportunity to come here and help out. We got about 18 volunteers, brought a tractor and some tools and stuff to come down and help out. And it's been a huge blessing, only because we had two hurricanes hit us last year within a month's time frame at the same point, and we had nothing like this. So this is we were inconvenienced, but this is really heartbreaking. It's been an awesome opportunity to help and bless people.
We are not a FEMA-supported organization. We're not a Red Cross-supported organization. We've been supported by the faithfulness of God's people and those that have a burden for what we're doing. So it's been a tremendous outreach here that we've been engaged in.
And he has been in that kitchen 24/7 along with some of his church members. So one of the things that we're attempting to do is give those people some relief. And it's just been a real encouragement. Yesterday, I was fortunate to attend a meeting with the mayor here in Gretna and this part of Algiers. And Franklin Graham was there and some of his group. The captain of the New Orleans Police Department was there. And all of the government representatives that were there went on and on about how the church groups, the faith-based groups, is what has got them through this, because as the news has said and we've seen, there really wasn't any help available to them, any outside help for the first 10 days. And as soon as help was allowed to come into the city, it was the faith-based groups that came in and began bringing truckloads of food. The CEC was right on the cutting edge of that, Ron and his group, about sending some truckloads of food down. And so what that did was that it touched the hearts of the people in the governments here, and so they really sing the praises of the Christian community of how they have stepped up and really helped out in the time of need.
Well, one of the most outstanding stories is I had a couple, man 87, woman 82, who had been sleeping in their car for 2 weeks, and I met them sleeping in a car. I was delivering ice to a part of the impoverished area, and I asked the people, what are they doing in their car that time of the morning? And they said they had been sleeping there for 2 weeks. So I invited them down here and began to feed them, and we gave them a temporary place to stay. But to listen at their story, they came down from Plaquemine Parish, one of the worst hit areas from the hurricane. And to see that couple that had been surviving on just crackers and water, they did not know where to go, who to turn to. So it was, I believe, one of my most touching experiences.
My name is Jason Desider. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Vallejo, California. I'm originally from Monroe, Louisiana, which really ties into the story. I was watching all the coverage of the hurricane on CNN and all the other news channels, and about the time when the whole thing with the convention center started going down is whenever it really started hitting me. God was just tugging at my heart real hard, and my wife, who was a really strong Christian, was praying with me, and we both came to the conclusion that, it was God was calling me to come down here, and really didn't have any kind of organization that I hooked up with or anything like that. It was like every organization that I called didn't really want to have much to do with me. So I had a friend who lived in Baton Rouge, and so I bought a plane ticket, flew down to Baton Rouge on a Friday, and tried my best to make contact with some organizations, but it just didn't happen. And I was kind of lost. I was like, well, God, where do I go? What do I do? I don't know what you want me to do, so I'm going to go to church with my friend on Sunday. Went to church with him and found out that the Baton Rouge Church of Christ had this food distribution center down here in Baton Rouge and Algiers. And went and talked to the pastor, and the next day I'm down here in Algiers working in their medical tent. And the Lord has blessed me every single day. Every day has been different, but it's been an experience that I'll never forget. I've had the chance to heal people with medicine, with my hands, and just by listening. I think that's the most important thing that I've done down here is to help people by listening to their story, being able to just be a good shoulder to cry on and to pray with them, I think, most of all.
At the present time, we have an office the bread office is set up in Fort Worth at the Richland Hills Church. That database is manned by volunteers, and it's been amazing how churches, all different denominations all over the U.S. have heard about this and have plugged in to this network of volunteers. So what's happening is we're having rotating crews come in. We'll have a team come in on Saturday and basically a team leave on Saturday. And they'll stay for a week and participate in these repairs and this work on these houses. We are prepared to handle about 80 to 100 maximum in terms of volunteers. So anyone that's wanting to plug in, or even if for 2 or 3 days, if someone can be here. We provide housing, air-conditioned housing, good hot showers. We've got great food. So we've got a facility here that really can serve that network. Just go online to the breadforhungryworld.org, and there's a page there that will get you into where you need to fill out the application and contact our office so that your time can be scheduled in over for a work group. But love to have you down.